Rage! This is Synoptic, and I'm doing a commentary for Empire Total War. I play as Prussia, and my opponent plays Lithuania. Essentially what happened was, this is the start of the battle, and me and my opponent have unlimited artillery from the start, so we're going to be shooting at each other for a while. We're both out of range, but it's quite obvious we both know that these things are still lethal. We'll go through my units first. I have 8 linemen, 4 Prussian Jaegers, 2 cuirassiers, and 2 light dragoons, along with these 2 6-pounder horse artillery. My opponent is using 24-pounder foot artillery, 2 of them, which are far more accurate than my 6-pounders. Along with that, 6 units of line infantry. Take that, and 4 winged hussars, along with the Ulan, what appears to be 3 riflemen, and a nice surprise waiting for me in the woods. We'll go through that when it appears. Seeming as I didn't go for the superior land and it was a 50-50, I paid the price and I lose that artillery fight. So I'm forced to attack, even though I would have done it anyway. Even if I won, I just would have moved my artillery up to a better position. So here I come. Not too long from now, I'm going to see the nice surprise in the woods. It's going to kill maybe 200 of my men when the time comes. So what happened was, one of his cannons killed 2 of mine in a single shot. I thought that was ridiculous, but that happened. You gotta assume stuff like that happens when you don't position your artillery properly. Now I've sent 2 Prussian Jaegers to take on the artillery, the foot artillery. But what I'm doing with my Prussian Jaegers is that I'm taking advantage of the land. He has men only yards away, but as you can see the land is very bad, and his unit's going to be shooting into the earth itself. So I'm going to be free to shoot and take out both these units. The way I attacked is I'm not directly going for his artillery, which is where his main force is. I'm only going to attack what's immediately at me, which is going to force him to move. If he doesn't move, oh god, there goes the first major damage from the howitzer. That was about 70 kills. These guys are wavering. They will rout not too far from now. But the way I'm attacking is on a single unit. I've got 3 on 1 so far, and this is going to continue. I'm enveloping. I'm going to take these woods as well. I want the woods for myself. Okay, here my Jaegers have taken out 1 unit. Okay, now he's realised and he's taken land which can't shoot me, but I'm still going to take out the artillery. While this is happening, I'm going to test this micro. So I've enveloped him, I've surrounded him with cavalry. I've sent down 2 units of line infantry down here as well. I'm going to kill all these winged hussars. It's going to take 2 dragoons, 2 cuirassiers, and 2 lion to accomplish that. So I started shooting. I tried to make these dragoons shoot, but they take so long to set up, they weren't able to. So I'm going to use basic hammer and anvil to destroy these guys. Due to my envelopment, I'm slowly destroying his army unit by unit. See, with the green lines is my base of fire. It's much wider than what he has to offer. He's still protecting his artillery, which is a big flaw. That's what I want him to do. Okay, here's some hammer and anvil. Very basic. This is what happens when I have more men. That's what I'm allowed to do. He has an Ulan all the way over here killing my artillery. These guys don't even have the cannons anymore, but he's still attacking them. That's a prioritization problem. He could have used those to much better use, such as helping his other cavalry, but he doesn't do that. Accomplishing their main objective, I've left my Prussian Jaegers on the high end of the hill to continue shooting, but eventually what happens is my opponent's going to take this hill for himself. He wants the high ground, but I'm going to let him take it, because if he takes the high ground, he's going to leave his artillery open. And anyway, I've got this massive envelopment here. His units are going down quite easy. Still with the protection of his artillery. He still has a winged hussar, 1 left. That's all he has left for cavalry, and that Ulan. He comes as Ulan, by the way. I didn't see this in the game because they were so far out of the game itself. So they're going to smash these guys. Ouch. But at the same time, I'm going to use my remaining Jaegers to shoot him, as well as a line infantry unit. I think it's this one. Yeah, I've already ordered them to intercept. So it won't be too long before they all are out. You can see them dropping. That's the Jaegers shooting at them. So in response to his hill take, I'm going to set up a base of fire out here with 2 units of linemen. But at the same time, I've swung around like a lasso. Hard to show the green lines, but I am very deep in the woods right now. So he's got 4 linemen left. I've routed the others. He might have had more than 6, I don't know. Looks like it. He has 1 winged hussar. I've started attacking them. This fight's going to go until the very end of the match. This is going to go forever. And as more and more of his men are out, I'm allowed to reallocate them to further put pressure on his existing remaining units. Again, I have my Jaegers who are far away, ploughing into these guys. They've routed 1 other rifleman. He's trying to reallocate his men again. Because in taking that hill, he took a lot of fire. And also in taking the hill, he split up his army again. So it's not just good enough to only take the high ground, you have to back it up. Because he left his units down here, who were enveloped by 4 units. And I only needed 2 units to hold his force on the hill. So this battle's going to end soon. In response to that hussar who can't die, I've sent virtually a full unit of line infantry to assist, and these guys will finish him off. The only remaining men he has now are on the hill. That's because of the advantage he had, and the fact that I practically ignored them the whole time. Again, as I said, when he left his other units, I fully focused on them, which allowed me to wipe them out relatively easy. So now I'm entering melee. I've a lot more men than him now, so they'll pose no threat. I'll have another unit of riflemen who will come back from routing, but after that, that'll be the game. Okay, that's game. I deployed 1,446, lost 895, killed 1,043. My opponent, dimitrious-pappas, deployed 1,299, lost 1,090, and killed 726. Essentially what this battle shows is the urgency to allocate your artillery properly. If you don't do it properly, you risk losing it, which was what happened to me. But then again, this video displays how it's not the end of the world to lose your artillery. You can still attack and prevail. In fact, you can use it to your advantage. When your opponent has artillery, he'll feel the need to protect it. So I attacked an area a fair distance away from his artillery, which kind of backfired since he had a howitzer, which I didn't know about. But again, I used that to my advantage. I forced him to slowly commit units to the fight, as well as leave some behind, which allowed me to slowly pick him down. I was able to envelop him with my superior numbers. And amidst all this, there were also prioritization problems and micromanagement problems for my opponent, because while all this was happening, we saw the 3 hussars who were left behind. He didn't realize what was happening to him until it was too late, as well as the uhlans who were sent to attack my artillery. They could have been put to much better use, maybe even turn the tide. So attacking artillery, not impossible. Good game.